Testing. 1 2 1 2. What angle will not make me look bold? Not that there's anything wrong with looking bold, but hello. Father's head shape. Round circular ball. Sorry, Dad. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If it's the first time you're joining us here, hi, welcome. We have a lot of fun on this channel, but I think it's time for us to get a bit serious as well. The last couple of videos have been just full of jokes and laughs, which we all absolutely need in this 2020 of ours. But I feel like in life, balance is good, and on my channel, that is exactly what I want to showcase. So again, if you're new here, you might be a little bit lost. This is the point where you click out, watch my previous videos, and then come back to this one, because I'm just following up on a job interview that I had 2 weeks ago now, as I did get the verdict. So I guess the best place for us to begin would be, I guess, talking about what was said in the email. So the email basically read something along the lines of, I was very personable and friendly, and I showcased my skills well, blah, 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 but I failed to sell myself to the employer. And you're probably thinking, how? You are on YouTube, literally selling yourself to us and selling yourself to TK Maxx, sponsor me. But you failed to sell yourself to one little tiny employer. But the thing is, when you realize that someone is testing your capabilities and your skills, it's such a crippling feeling. Here is a safe space for me to just do what I want. No one's judging me based on my editing skills, or what. I don't think anyone is, and I don't care if they are. Live fast, die young, bad girls, give it well. I'm not here to compete with anyone else. I'm just doing my thing. But when I know I'm in competition with other people for a role that's going to be testing my skills, my knowledge, my yada yada, I just kind of give up mentally. And it's so bad now that I've spent a lot of time self-reflecting and looking back on so many opportunities that have bypassed me, and I've wondered, why though? You were so capable of doing that. You were so capable of getting that job, or doing this or doing that. How did you allow that to slip through your fingers? One word, 2 words: Imposter Syndrome. Some of you may or may not have heard of Imposter Syndrome. I'm gonna kind of put the meaning of it on the screen, because I don't want to like lie and make things up, because I am no psychologist. This is just from the knowledge that I've gained through reading and watching YouTube videos. But Imposter Syndrome is basically a feeling you get of being undeserving of like opportunities that come your way. You're in a space with other great people, but you feel as though you're a fraud and you aren't good enough. And from the readings that I've done, Imposter Syndrome is more apparent in minorities, because our parents are more likely to tell us that we have to work twice as hard to get to the same place as our counterparts. And so if you know, maybe you feel as though you haven't worked twice as hard, but you've still managed to get to the same place as your counterpart, you may feel as though you're undeserving of it, because you haven't done that same thing that your parents have been drilling into your mind your whole life. There's obviously other factors to it, but that's just something that I read and I thought I would share. I will link the YouTube video that I watched where I learned all this information as well, because I can't remember word for word what was said, but as I was watching I was like, that's so true, like that's me. There were so many points that were made that I could really relate to. Back to, yes, the job. So yeah, I failed to sell myself. I did that, and do you know what? I'm not even surprised, because I had a defeatist mindset going into that interview, though it never showed in the interview, in the video that I made, because obviously I was just making that for jokes and laughs. Behind the scenes, there was a whole lot of mess going on. If you saw my face trying to make that digital marketing plan, I was stressed. And then in the interview, I know, you could see it written all over my face, just because I was smiling and giggling and trying to have jokes with Richard. He saw through that, like he clearly did. And guys, I even said something at the end, which was just a whole giveaway, me literally saying, give someone else this job. I don't even know if I want to tell you guys. I'm so embarrassed, but we're all about transparency on this channel. Imagine at the end of it now, me and Richard are just laughing, and another lady, I don't remember her name, but in case they're watching this, I haven't forgotten that you were there too. We just didn't really get to speak. But me and Richard are laughing now. We're talking about travel, and he's telling me all about Sri Lanka. And you know, you ask your questions, yada yada yada. It ends, he's like, oh, you know, have you got anything else to say? And I'm like, no, but thank you so much for the opportunity. I really look forward to the possibilities of being considered for this role. But you know what, Richard, I really hope for the best for you and your company, and even if I don't get it, like, I'll be absolutely fine with that, as long as you pick the most deserving candidate. Why don't I know how to just shut my mouth? There is a time and there is a place. You do not give the role to your competitor just out of kindness, Mumbi. Like, I'm sorry if this video is literally me talking to myself and just giving myself some sort of pep talk, but it's needed. Someone else might make that same mistake, or might think that's the right thing to do, or might have. I don't think anyone would ever even do that. I'm really sorry if you can hear my neighbors throughout this video, but I'm gonna try and talk louder. No one would ever make that silly mistake that I did. But just in case you have ever said that in a job and you never got feedback and you're wondering why, that is a big telltale sign. Don't say that. It's all about you selling yourself, making them feel like their whole entire organization will crumble if they don't employ you, and they are the ones benefiting from employing you, not vice versa. You need to come with that pizzazz in an interview, you know, and I know that, and I just really want to go back but it's done. We're not living in the past. We're not doing that. We're learning for the future. So yeah, I'm basically telling myself off, and also telling you off if you've ever made that mistake, or you plan to, or I don't know. Which kind of brings me on to my next point. You will always be treated and viewed in the way that you treat yourself and carry yourself. You set the tone for how people treat you and how people kind of navigate their way around you and your life. I feel like the same thing applies for employers. The minute you get into that room, you get on that Zoom call, the energy you exude is the energy that they'll give back to you. If you're there timid and shy, they're talking to you about maybe some work you've done, you're downplaying your achievements. No, talk me through your CV, Mumbi. I'm just giving myself as an example. This isn't what happened. Talk me through your CV, Mumbi. I see you did this. Yeah, no, it was great. I can't even believe, or if you won and you're like, I know, I can't even believe I won, because honestly I thought other people did so much better. Wrong. You don't want to say stuff like that. Do not make those mistakes. Big yourself up. If you have to be a bit cocky, be that, but obviously do that with professionalism. Don't be, you know, obnoxious and annoying. At the end of the day, I just feel like in this life you really have to master the art of faking it till you make it, because it's designed in a way that a lot of us are not supposed to win. The system has, you know, its favorites, as we all know, but we're not going to get political on my channel. But you have to find those loopholes. You have to find the cheat codes. And I think that one of the biggest cheat codes in life is just confidence, owning it, owning yourself, and believing you've got what it takes, even if you don't. Because half the time, the people that we're seeing in these high positions in life, in these organizations who are running this so-called world we live in, half the time don't even have the qualifications needed. I want us to all kind of adopt that mindset, and I want us to go forward in our lives knowing that even if you don't have what it takes, if you set your mind to believe that eventually you will, or you kind of like, I love this saying and I can't remember it, so if I find it, I'll insert it on the screen, but if I don't find it, it's something along the lines of, but yeah, that's just a mindset I've decided to adopt going forward, because I have what it takes. Whether I have it on paper or not is something I can learn along the way. I believe that I'm great and I'm deserving of the great things this world has to offer. So why am I actually gonna self-sabotage and stop myself from reaching that goal, or reaching whatever, you know, heights I want to reach? I feel like at the end of the day, you are your only obstacle. And though yes, life has so many obstacles and throws so many things in our way to stop us from reaching that, it's really down to us to create our own destiny. And yeah, I just don't want any of us to keep losing. It's not in style anymore. I feel like we're all winners, and that needs to become the norm. Winning. We are all destined to win. There is enough seats at the table for everyone. There is space, and you need to start going for what you want, guys, and really going for it. Not just saying it, but putting it into action. Be disciplined, be determined. Fake it till you make it if you have to, because Lord knows that's what I'm doing. I don't know, guys. I just feel like we all need to get comfortable with the idea of rejection, and I feel like some people are so uncomfortable with it because they've never really had to face it in their life. I think it's so important to, even if nothing bad is going on in your life, and maybe you're someone who has young kids or whatever, I think it's so important to teach them that in life you won't get everything that you want, because that's not going to help them, trust me, and they're not going to grow from that, and they're just going to end up being a menace to society. I'm having to like sit this way because the sun is going, and I don't want the shade to be in my face because then you won't see me. But if you enjoyed this intimate little sit down chit chat, and you kind of want more of that from me, let me know in the comments down below. But if you just want me to be vlogging and you're not interested in having a conversation with me, still let me know. I'm still gonna do what I want anyway. But I enjoyed this conversation. I want us to have more of these. I want us to be able to talk about the difficult parts of life, because life is not just one big party, and we all know that. And yeah, this is a safe space, and I want people commenting and talking it through down in the comments, and let me know what you think. I'm always responding. Let's just win together. But no, I want us to have these conversations, these open and honest conversations, because there are too many gimmicks, too many people faking it on this internet. These so-called influencers are not telling us the truth, and I'm tired. And you know what? If you're tired of something, be the change that you want to see, and that is exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing me and you want to see more of this content. My next video, though, guys, I'm so hyped. It's gonna be a good one. Just make sure you're subscribed. Click that bell button if you want to get notifications as soon as my video drops. And also, you'll see my face floating in the bottom right corner for you, bottom left corner for me. Click that if you want to subscribe. If you're new here, welcome again. Join the family. And I guess I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Oh God.